Some people don't deserve an explanation for why you're distancing yourself, because not every goodbye needs to echo through the halls of confrontation.
Some exits are silent, and that is exactly where true peace begins. Because here's the truth. Protecting your peace isn't dramatic at all.
It is mature and it is necessary, representing one of the hardest forms of self-respect you will ever learn. In this video, we talk about 10 types of people. These are the people you need to eliminate quietly, not out of hate or ego, but rather out of love for yourself, your energy, and your future.
These are the specific people who drain you slowly, the ones who often disguise chaos as connection. By the end, you'll know who needs distance.
We will explore how to walk away without noise, guilt, or resentment. Let's begin with number 1, the chronic victim.
Every friendship, job, or relationship somehow ends with someone else being the villain. At first, you naturally feel sympathy, so you want to help them, and you listen.
You offer advice, but over time you realize they don't want solutions. They only want sympathy because, in truth, they are addicted to their suffering. You start carrying their pain like it is your own, and their storms become your weather. You even feel guilty for being... The truth is, you cannot rescue someone who is committed to staying broken. You can care deeply and still walk. Second is the constant critic. They call it being honest, but their honesty always cuts deep. They nitpick your growth, your clothes, and your choices, disguising it as helping. But real support never feels like walking on eggshells. The emotional consequence is that you start doubting yourself. Their voice replaces your own inner voice, and suddenly you cannot tell if you are growing or if you are just trying not to disappoint them.
Feedback helps you rise, but criticism disguised as care holds you hostage. You do not owe anyone access to your spirit just because they call it tough love.
You can say less, and you can smile politely. You can distance yourself without a fight because peace does not require permission. They show up only when they need something, like your time, your ear, or your validation. But when you need them, there is only silence. They vanish before giving anything back. Their presence feels heavy, not comforting or inspiring, just exhausting. You start thinking boundaries are selfish. That is exactly how energy thieves survive. By convincing kind people to start guarding your energy like it's currency, because it is. You don't have to announce your boundaries, just keep them quietly and consistently. 4, the drama magnet.
Every week there's a new crisis, and every day there is a new enemy. Their life feels like a never-ending movie, and you are just an unpaid extra in it.
When you are around them, peace becomes impossible. They thrive on chaos because chaos keeps the attention on.
They do it just to feel alive. The emotional toll is that you stop feeling safe. You start anticipating their next breakdown, betrayal, or emotional explosion. But here is the truth. Not every problem is yours to fix. Not every friendship deserves front row seats, and you just stop attending their chaos quietly, gracefully, completely. 5, the subtle manipulator. They say things like, "I thought you were different," or "I sense you're too biz for me now." It sounds innocent, but it is designed to control you. They want to keep you emotionally indebted. Manipulation is not always loud. Sometimes it wears the mask of care. The emotional result is that you start editing yourself. You start doing things out of fear of losing them, rather than out of genuine desire. What's the solution? Start paying attention not to what people say, but to how you feel after talking to them. If you constantly feel guilty or
withdraw your energy, not your kindness, just your access, and do it quietly. 6 is the unhealed ego. They compete with everyone, even their friends.
When you share good news, they immediately one-up it. When you share pain, they make it about them. Their self-worth depends on being better, never equal. The emotional cost is that you stop sharing your wins. You dim your light because every time you shine, they feel threatened. They are celebrations, and anyone who feels small when you grow isn't your teammate. The action step is to stop performing humility to make insecure people comfortable. You do not have to shrink just to be loved. Walk away silently, letting your peace be your presence and your absence be your boundary. 7th is the gossip addict. They know everyone's secrets, and they love to share them. It feels entertaining at first, until you realize if they gossip to you, they gossip about you. Gossiping people thrive in low vibrations. It is how they feel relevant, by tearing others down when they can't. You lose trust, not just in them, but in everyone. The solution is not to match their energy or argue. The less they know about your life, the more peaceful it becomes. Remember, Mature people talk about ideas, not people.
8. The perpetual complainer. Nothing is ever enough for them. They hate their job, their partner, the weather, and the traffic, and you become their emotional dumpster.
You listen and you empathize, but after every conversation, you feel heavier. Complaints spread like smoke, suffocating your...
Their hopelessness becomes contagious. The solution is to protect your mental space. You do not have to fix their perspective.
Sure. You can listen once, but not forever. Some people need to hear themselves complain enough times to realize they are the problem.
Walk away quietly before their darkness becomes your default. 9 is the fair weather friend. They love your highlight reel, not your reality. When you need depth, they offer distance. The emotional consequence is you start believing you're hard to love in your low moments. You start pretending you are fine, just to keep people around. But the truth is, real friendship shows up when it is in...
Do not chase consistency from people who only love your light. Let them go quietly and make room for those who love you through your shadows too.
Peaceful endings do not require explanations, only acceptance. 10 is the emotional chameleon. They become whoever you need them to be until you realize they know. They agree with everything, mirror your values, and say all the right words. But it is not connection. It is...
You do not know what they feel or who they are. Their approval feels nice, but it is built on illusion, not authenticity.
You start feeling alone even when you are with them, because deep down you know it is not real.
Surround yourself with people who can disagree, challenge, and stand firm in their truth. Quietly distance yourself from those who only reflect but never reveal.
Because connection without honesty isn't closeness, it is performance. Now, here's the thing about eliminating people quietly. It is not about revenge or proving a point. It is not about proving who is wrong or right. It is about energy conservation. You are not here to convince anyone to value you. You are here to protect the peace that allows you to grow. Not every relationship ends with closure, because some just end with acceptance.
Some end with you realizing this version of me no longer fits this connection. And that is okay, because growth often means outgrowing people who prefer your smaller self.
It means choosing peace over performance, stillness over stimulation, and depth over drama. When you walk,
you stop needing validation for choosing peace. You stop explaining your healing to people who are committed to misunderstanding it.
It is strength disguised as serenity. Let them wonder why you disappeared. Let them tell their version of the...
You just need to live it, because peace does not announce itself. It just arrives quietly, fully, and beautifully. Maybe it is about you, and the parts of you that tolerated too much because you loved deeply. It is about
the parts that finally understand distance is sometimes the kindest thing you can give. You are not cold.
You are maturing. You are protecting the version of yourself that no longer runs on chaos and apology. Real peace does not scream. It simply stays where it is respected. If this message resonated with you, what would your life look like without their weight? Let this be the season you choose peace without guilt, distance without drama, and silence without shame. If this video helped you find clarity, consider subscribing for more calm, thoughtful reminders just like this. You can leave a comment or just sit with this for a while.
Your peace always deserves protection. You must guard it quietly, completely, and always.